What's up, YouTube? Anyways. Hey guys, my name is Makeda, but I go by the artist name Harmony, and I have a lot of content planned, so I figured it would be good to make a introductory video. Not that anybody cares. I guess I'm just gonna talk about myself and my music and my plans for the future. Here is like my biographical information, and here is like my hobbies and interests and stuff like that. I'm a Aries Sun, a Pisces Moon and Pisces Rising, Gemini Venus. If you feel like reading my chart for me, let me know. I will send you my information. I appreciate you. I love dancing, fashion, obviously music, movies. I'm a huge K-pop and K-drama fan. My ultimate group, obviously, Stray Kids. Love them. I'm the eldest of 4, so I have 3 younger siblings. Sister, brother, sister. Je parle français. Mon français n'est pas vraiment bon, mais c'est mon français. Ouais. I was a Girl Scout for 13 years, so I did a lot of camping and a lot of fun activities throughout my life, which is super cool. 2 truths and a lie. Let's do 2 truths and a lie. I once got chased by a bear. I hiked part of the Appalachian Trail, and oatmeal raisin cookies are my favorite cookie. So, yeah, figure it out. I grew up in small town Connecticut. Right now, it is hotter than a witch's coochie. Okay. But there's no place like home. I currently go to school at Loyola University of New Orleans, so a ways away from here, but I mean, there's no place I'd rather be. I currently work as a creative director, and that's honestly like the most fun I have in my day. I work with 2 artists right now called Jaw Fierce and Azor Skies. You should definitely check out their music. They're brilliant artists and they inspire me daily. And honestly, that's low-key how I kind of got inspired to put out my music. I've been writing songs since the 5th or 6th grade, which is honestly insane to say. So I was like 10 or 11. But at the time I was pursuing acting, so my interest in music wasn't really strong. I was just like, hey, like I really like music, and I don't really hear anything that talks about the things that I want to talk about, so let me write. And I've always loved writing. And I've always loved music. My dad used to play guitar for me when I was little. Like Bob Marley and like country songs and stuff like that, like Tracy Chapman and things like that. So fun for me. And my household was always such a different mix of musical genres and styles. My dad's also from Brooklyn, so hip hop. My mom's Haitian, so compa. My dad's Jamaican, so reggae. Just a lot of different elements and flavors in the house that made me feel like I had a wide scope. And also being from a small country town, you're gonna hear a lot of country music, you're gonna hear a lot of like pop rock music. Avril Lavigne, oh yeah, that's my girl right there, that's my girl. So yeah, but it wasn't until, so I was writing songs, but it wasn't until middle school that in COVID where in quarantine, where I decided to take it more seriously. I was taking vocal and piano lessons, and so when COVID happened, my 13th birthday happened, so I asked my parents to get me a keyboard. And at the time, I don't know, in my middle schooler life, it was like there was this guy I had a crush on for the longest time, and I don't know, I guess I was just like accepting that it would never happen in a million years. And so in my like wallowing in self-pity, I was listening to somebody that I used to know. I don't know, but the lyrics just hit different, and I never felt more understood in my life. So I realized that music had the power to do that, and that was the first time I felt called to do something so strongly. My, logical thinking towards me pursuing acting was actresses get to wear feathered boas, and I want to wear a feathered boa because I like Fancy Nancy. So you put one and two together, and boom, 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 boom. And so that's kind of the path that I went on. All my friends were theater kids, so even though I really loved music, I still was on the route of doing theater and acting. And I was part of a theater troupe called Imaginary Theater Company, so that was really fun. A bunch of things: horseback riding, volleyball, dance. I did dance for a few years. I did ballet, tap, and jazz. But going into high school, I was going to go to my art school, Regional Center for the Arts. So many wonderful, talented people there. I had auditioned for musical theater, but my dad had met somebody who was working on a film set. So even though I got into the musical theater department, he was like, no, switch your major. So before the school year had started, I switched my major, and I started in creative media, which with creative media, it's a combination of technical theater and film and like photography and, all the extensions of like digital media. I mean, that was like a crazy 4 years. I feel like I learned a lot. I did half theater, half tech for the first 2 years, and then full like tech film my junior and senior year. It definitely was different and caused my brain to think very differently. When you're an actor, everything is kind of centered around you and what you need. Your only job is to execute the instructions you've been given. Same thing with music. It's just make your music, and then everybody else does the work to make sure that music and your vision can become a reality. And so being one of the people that brought the visions to reality was very different for me, but I loved every second of it because I love assisting people. That was one of my favorite things. A lot of techies, they were kind of like shy and like, didn't want to do social interaction, so they would go to the catwalk, go to the booth, and like kind of hide from everybody. But like unless I was stage managing, I did not go to the booth. I literally would just be backstage and assisting the actors and my director in whatever way they needed, because I liked that. I liked hearing everybody be like, oh my god, there's a lot of fast talking in this song, and then the next day being the person that shows up with a big box of water, and then like everybody being so grateful because that's exactly what they needed. Every show is different. What everybody needs on a crew is different, and on a team is different. Just being able to come into a set or an environment and just be like, okay, what is it that these people need, and then fulfill it. And so on the tech side, that was really fun. On the film side, it was a little bit harder because I just don't think I was working with the right people and collaborating with the right people. But thankfully, my senior year, I finally got the opportunity to make 2 of my own films, one of which is on YouTube, unlisted. If enough people message me about it and they're like, or comment or something, and they want to see it, I'll make it unlisted. I really enjoyed making that as well. We made that film at a really hard part of my life, and so to be able to have a film set that was, fun and a little bit of an escape from that was sick. I made it with my friends, like sometimes with group projects, especially because our department was tiny, you had to work with people that, you know, maybe your working styles didn't match or you weren't that close to. But Apple of My Eye is what the film is called. It's like a Disney Channel, I won't even say it's a rom-com, it's just a romance. So that film I was able to make with my friend group. So that was wonderful. A great segue into talking about my music and my musical career now. During the time I was making Apple, there was a lot of, you know, I was in a 2-year relationship that ended, a bunch of friendship breakups and things like that. Now, when I look towards what I want to release, a lot of the songs on my upcoming project center around that situation and my feelings during and after it. So that's really fun and interesting. It's a pop rock album. I like the versatility that pop rock gives you, because it feels upbeat and fun, but it also feels just really effortless and cool, and it gives me the ability for me to be free. So yeah, I think it's interesting that I really love pop rock as much as I do. I do think it's due to Olivia Rodrigo. I do think she infected my brain, because during that era of time of when I like first started getting into music and stuff, well, I mean, there's a lot of different things. Like, I really loved the Miracle Pill album by the Goo Goo Dolls, and then also I'm a huge K-pop fan, so I love Stray Kids, and Stray Kids has a lot of rock elements in their song. And Avril, I talked about Avril Lavigne, Nobody's Home. Bro, the way middle school me was obsessed with Nobody's Home, I didn't even realize until now, just talking about it, how much rock music I really did listen to at that time. Like, I was really diving into it. Not Dead Yet by Femme, I think. Novocaine, I forgot who that's by. There's a lot of different songs that I feel like really pushed me towards a rock sound. And of course, Olivia Rodrigo, being considered a pop artist, but so much of her music is rock. And so I feel like I live in that in-between space, and I love genre blending because so much of my childhood was genre blending, you know? I'm really excited to release this project because, you know, I spent the past year at college, you know, reflecting on everything that happened in high school, reflecting on all my experiences, and then also being in an entirely new setting and working with music majors and not film majors, being on the behind the scenes end again, watching these artists that I work with, I think it kind of told my brain like, oh, it is possible to do it. And also I think being around more music people and getting these conversations and talks by people who've been in the industry for longer, and realizing that I don't have to, it doesn't have to be one or the other. I don't have to be like, I'm only a musician or I'm only a creative director. I can be both. I can be both. I can be both. I can be both. Both. Okay, sorry. But yeah, it kind of just really inspired me in that way to realize that I can be everything that I want to be. And it also made it clear that I do have a vision, and I do know that, you know, I think if I could put my mind to anything, and I'll be a force of nature. Recently did a yoga retreat at the Yogaville ashram. There was one thing that I learned that really stuck with me, which is that like every breath you take, every step you take, everything you think and you do should be with the intention to serve others. If you are taking care of yourself, it is only so then you can better serve others. And so when I think about the intentions that I have for this project and for my career, it is me expressing my vision is so then I can help other people with the things that I have to say, and so I can feel more happy and more fulfilled in my own life, so then I can pour more into the people in my own life as well. Keeping that in mind, first podcast episode of the Mosaic Heart Podcast, which that's entirely centered around this phrase that I've said for the past 4 years, which is, I am a mosaic of everyone I've ever loved and lost. I mean, shit, I'm a mosaic of like everyone I've ever encountered. Yeah, I just wanted to be able to have a platform where I highlight the people in my life that inspire me and motivate me, because I wouldn't be here without them, you know. You can't have Makeda or Harmony without my family, my friends, the people I work with. It's just not possible at all. It gives me the chance to show a little bit more love to them and grow with them. So yeah, I'm very excited for that. And then, like I said, my EP is coming out at the end of the year, fingers crossed. I just hope that you all love this upcoming project and love all of the stuff I have planned. And even if you don't, that's okay. I'm a creative, so I create and I put it out there into the world, and I understand that it's no longer mine. And look at all my socials at Peace Love Harmony 25. Thank you if you did watch this video in its entirety. Stay tuned for a lot of cool things, and much love. Let me end with an inspiring quote. There's a quote that one of my professors at school, Emily Eck, love her, said, which is, when you're here, you don't know how hard it will be, and when you're there, you won't remember how hard it was. Slowly but surely, I will make my way, and I'm really looking forward to that, because I really want to be able to leave a positive impact on the world. Okay, bye.